Hey everyone, welcome back to another video game review. Sorry for... It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Sorry about the delay and that. But we have a very nostalgic game, and it relates to a very kind of current event right now, in terms of Marvel. And I wanted to review an older Spider-Man video game. This is one that I played so many times as a kid, and just only in recent years I've been able to like own it. So here it is. It's called yeah. Here it is. Spider-Man: Friend or Foe came out in 2007, and obviously it is quite heavily inspired by the Sam Raimi trilogy. You can see the designs of most of the characters are pretty dang close to how they were in the movies. It's a Wii game. It's older, but it still holds up. I think. It's kind of a gem. It's like one of the forgotten games of the kind of the last decade or so. I believe this was released to coincide with Spider-Man 3, which came out in 2007. I do have a kind of a big review video planned for that very soon. Um, for a good friend here on YouTube. I'm gonna complete that little series soon. But here's the back of it. It's got some characters. The most unique thing about this game is the fact that you can not only be Spider-Man, but you can actually be the Green Goblin. You can be Doc Ock, Sandman, Venom, the New Goblin. Let's see. There is a lot of characters you can be. Like Iron Fist is shown here, Black Cat, Rhino, some other stuff here. It's played with the Wii remote and the nunchucks, so it's pretty like simple. Like the controls, they're not too complicated. This was made by Activision, and it's rated E plus. So, or E for 10, E10 plus. Sorry. Here's the disc. It's pretty sweet. It's got this like metallic blue shine with Spidey and the Goblin right there. Pretty nice. And there's the insert, which is, it's okay. It's kind of thin, but it's there. The game is pretty like straightforward, like in terms of like a story. I think that my two favorite parts of this game are the beginning, like scene, like the cutscene. You'll know what I mean when you play the game, but it's like this really well animated, like scene, like cutscene, like one of those like a scene you'd watch in a regular video game. It's one of those, but it's like a really cool intro scene to this game. The other thing I love about this, well, there's a lot of things I love, but I love the ability to switch between all these different characters. There's so many. I think my favorite might be Silver Sable, because I played her so much, and when I used to own this, now I own it again, but when I played it when I was younger, I always was Silver Sable. I loved her character. She was so cool. There's so many great ones. I'm not gonna spoil the main villain though, because that's part of the fun of this particular game. Is there's a big twist. You don't really know who the villain is. I'm gonna not spoil that. So if you wanna like buy the game yourself and play it, it's really surprising, for me at least. The main story is pretty simple. You've got Nick Fury, who is recruiting Spider-Man and a bunch of his like old enemies. A lot of his older enemies. Especially the look of this game is very Sam Raimi inspired. It almost feels like Spider-Man 4. Like what that would have been had they, not canceled it. And the story is Nick Fury is tasking Spider-Man to track down these symbiotes, like these alien symbiote monsters that have been coming on the city. They've just been popping up around New York. And so Spidey's been brought in by S.H.I.E.L.D. He takes him on the helicarrier. Nick Fury gives him this assignment. And along the way, you go to these different locations. Like, you go to Nepal. You go to New York. You go to a lot of different locations. The one I can specifically remember right now is Nepal, but you go to you go to Transylvania as well. There's just a lot of great like locations, and you go to these different locations. You fight these different villains like Rhino and Sandman and Doc Ock. A lot of these the classic villains, and you even fight heroes as well. And every time you fight them, they go on your team, and so when you go in the helicarrier, you can then recruit these different characters. Although you can only recruit one at a time, so you have to pick which one you really want for the different missions, and you can switch between the two by shaking your nunchuck. And what's great about this game is the fact that you can do it with two players. So if you want someone to be Spidey and someone else to be like, I don't know, Iron Fist, or Black Cat, then you can have someone else join in, and you can both fight villains, and it's pretty cool. The symbiotes, they start out really weak, but then they get really dangerous. Like they're these big thick guys that like try to kill you, and they're really powerful, which is great. I love all the different cutscenes. For a Wii game, this is probably one of the best ones. Like, it's one of the better games, like, in terms of looks, and it's fun, it's very fast-paced, and it's just a lot of fun. I will say the graphics are definitely a little bit outdated. Like, it's 2007 graphics, so, you know, it's not gonna be the most, like, perfect-looking game, which is fine. Do I have any problems with this game? I do wish it was longer. I really wish that there was a longer story, or like a second story, because once you get through the game, it'll take you probably, if you're going through it all at once, it'll probably take you, probably 8 or 10 hours. It just depends on how, like, experienced you are. If you're a big gamer, it'll probably take you maybe 7 hours. It just depends. It's like an estimate of how much time you'll play with this game. If you're a big Spider-Man fan, definitely check this one out. It's really fun. This game is not really a sequel to the Maguire trilogy. It's like an alternate universe. So, like, I'm gonna spoil something here, but if you don't want to be spoiled, click off or just skip ahead. But in the Maguire movies, all the villains pretty much die at the ends of their movies. So in Spider-Man 1, Green Goblin dies. Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock dies. Venom gets killed in 3. And so it's kind of like an alternate version of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies where the villains survive, which is kind of cool, but it's not really a sequel. So don't go in and expecting that this is going to be like the next movie. It's not, but it's still fun. The game still has a lot of great stuff in it. For instance, the Shield computer loves to make jokes. In fact, that's probably one of the funniest parts of the game is the computer making jokes at Nick Fury and Spider-Man, even flirting with Spider-Man, which is really weird, but pretty funny. I love all the different interactions between characters, like with Sandman and Spider-Man. They always like make jokes to each other, and same with Green Goblin and a lot of the villains. They make a lot of like jokes. It's pretty cool. It's really iconic seeing all these characters come together. Spidey's joining forces with all these. He's all old villains, which is just really fun. It's really cool to see the heroes, too. There's a lot of great hero characters, like, again, Silver Sable, Iron Fist. Yeah, it's just great. Black Cat. There is a difference. There's, some other modes. Like, you can upgrade your character's powers throughout the game. Like, you'll get these different, like, little, energy balls, and you can upgrade their powers or different characters' abilities. You can also, when you're done with the game, or the main story, you can go what's called an arena battle, and essentially it's like Smash Bros, but Marvel, where you get 2 players, you pick characters, and you basically fight each other. You can pick your stage that you battle on, and it's pretty great. It feels very much like Smash, where you're basically trying to kill the other player. And I've had so much fun with that when I used to have this, and when I replayed it recently, and it's just really great. You get to kick butt and just, he see who's the better fighter, and it's really great picking different characters. And I believe you can also be the black suit Spider-Man, so that's pretty cool as well. Do I have any other complaints? I do wish the graphics were like, I wish they were more crisp, like sharp, because for a Wii game, it's good, but it's not going to be like an Xbox game or a Nintendo Switch title. It's just not going to be that quality, which is fine because it came out like a long time ago. So, it's not that big of a deal. If you're not a fan of the Wii, though, you can probably get it on believe it's on the Xbox 360. It might also be on PC. It's on some other systems too. So if it's not just for the Wii, so you can get it for like other like consoles too. But I just happen to have the Wii version of it. Um, it's a great game. I love how you can team up with the enemies and some heroes as well, and the story scenes are pretty great. The action is fantastic. Just throwing around the symbiote monsters and just punching them and webbing them up, that's all fun. The main villain is awesome. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you're probably gonna like it when you finish the game. The end battle is pretty dang fun. The story was really interesting, and they actually even hints to a sequel which never came out, unfortunately. But it was, I'm not even gonna say because it's a spoiler, but it was really cool. Little tease for something else if they were to continue this game series. I recommend it. I give Spider-Man Friend or Foe a 10 out of 10. It's pretty fun still. It's a little bit outdated, but it's definitely fun. It's really great Spidey fun. Check it out. It's I believe you can still buy it. It might be a little pricey, but you can still find it, I'm sure, and just have fun with it. Great for two people. Just really fun all around. So yeah, I recommend it. Give it a shot. I wanted to review it since the new movie's coming out, or the new movie's out. So I just wanted to do something related to that. I do have some other Spider-Man videos planned pretty soon, so check for those. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully you check out Friend or Foe. It's a very underrated game, and I highly recommend it. It's great. So yeah, that's all I have to really say for that. More video game stuff coming pretty soon. I have some things planned. So thanks for that, or thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.